The next train to pass platform 2 will not stop at this station. Please stand behind the yellow line.
Arnold takes a small step forward. The station manager rushes towards him. The train rushes by with its siren blaring. Arnold is pushed back by the wind. The station manager catches him and pulls him back as the train passes.
Sir, you mustn't stand close to the edge. You could fall.
I won't fall. I might jump, but I won't fall.
Jump?
All right, I won't jump. Timetables are shite enough as it is, and I don't want to be responsible for a driver's PTSD.
This is serious.
Very. It raises ethical matters of responsibility and existential questions. What is the value of life, and to whom?
Sir?
Where does the right to take the ultimate action reside? With the liver?
Sir?
Not the old failing bit of meat that gets cirrhosis. I mean he who lives.
Sir?
Taking he as the generic universal, it could be a she, of course.
Look, I'm the station manager here, and we cannot...
It used to be station master, but that precluded the possibility of a female. Station mistress just sounds wrong. Station manager? Easy, but we can't say he or she all the time, and they is grammatically dodgy. And as for...
Sir, it's about safety, yours and the passengers on that train.
It's also about the fact that in this country, while you have a legal right to take your own life, all the sensible ways to do so are illegal.
So you did want to top yourself?
No. I don't want to top myself or catch the last train to Land's End, or however you wish to euphemize it.
Could have fooled me.
Let me explain. Now, I had no intention of jumping in front of that train. I just have to know that I'm still capable of it.
And one day you'll do it.
Oh, I most certainly will not.
Sir, this is a public transport service, not the poor man's dignitas.
I'm very aware of that.
When we say helping you reach your destination, we are not talking about the great mainline terminus in the sky.
Right. I'm trying to explain that I'm not here to commit suicide. I'm here to check on my sanity.
Of course you are. By standing 6 inches from a 2,000-ton express doing 50 miles an hour.
You see, at my age, mental incapacity is most likely to come from dementia, in which case I would cease to be in control of myself. As long as I'm in control of my life, as indicated by my ability to jump, I won't want to end it. On the other hand, if one day I perceive that I am not able to jump, then again, ipso facto, there will be no trouble for you.
Can we try English?
Well, if I can jump, I won't want to, so I'll stay on the platform. If I can't jump, then I stay on the platform.
Unless you're senile enough to fall.
Well, there is that. The more pressing conundrum is that if I'm no longer in control of my life, does life still have value? Because if not, it will be too late to do anything about it. Tragic irony, isn't it?
What are you, some kind of philosopher?
Well, as it happens, I think...
Well, look, Plato, I'm not having any suicides at my station, and that's final. I don't want to see you here again. You're banned.
Well, what if I want to travel somewhere?
Take a coach. And as for the other thing, try a motorway bridge.
But the station's so close to the home. Oh, well. Good day.
See you again, matey. I'll bloody throw you under myself.
Knock, knock, knock.
Enter.
I bought your tea, Professor.
Cherry, you have brought my tea. You didn't buy it, or at least I hope you didn't, because it's already paid for in my inordinately high rent here.
Brought.
I don't recall asking for tea.
Well, you did. After lunch. You said, not now, but can I have one at 3?
No plea?
Don't think so.
Oh, sorry. But still, it sounds like a reasonable request. Too much tea equals too many visits to the loo. The charge is here. It's not just spending a penny.
Have you lost something, Professor?
How many times? Call me Arnold, please.
I like calling you Professor. Professor.
Now, I haven't professed for a couple of decades. The term is a dignification of a past to which I can no longer aspire.
You haven't lost your dignity. The motto of Castle Gates is dignity and grace.
Awful.
So, what have you lost?
My spectacles, without which I cannot read, and without the written word, how do I keep my mind engaged and allow the river of time agreeably to pass me by, like a summer afternoon in Grantchester?
Television?
Hardly Grantchester.
You'd enjoy Grantchester. It's a detective thing.
Oh, please. Midsummer Common, not Midsummer Murder.
You what?
Don't sully my meadows. I think I'd have to go to the station one final time.
You what?
Never mind.
Look, Professor, why don't you sit down and drink your tea and I'll have a look for your specs.
That's very kind of you, Cherry. Oh, I think the defining process of old age is that of rigidification.
Sorry, what?
Oh. As you get older, you get stiffer. Well, except perhaps where you want to.
What?
Can't bend. So, tell me, is it really Cherry or Sherry?
Sherry? Would they call me Sherry? No, my nan was Cherry and here I am. I can't see him, Professor. Yeah, you could always ask for help. No one minds.
The day I find myself dependent on anyone in this place, even you, my dear, is the day I leave.
Sounds sensible.
No, Cherry, you're not listening.
Am too.
Then you're not reflecting, not thinking. It doesn't sound sensible. It sounds like an oxymoron, a contradiction.
Ah, I see. Being dependent makes you want to leave, but means you can't.
Very good. We'll make a philosopher of you yet.
Stands to reason, doesn't it?
Now.
Right, I'll go downstairs. I'll have a look. You might have left them in the dining room, or you should get one of those cords that go around your neck.
Those cords? Around. I've got one. It didn't seem to help.
Knock, knock. How are we getting on? Finished your tea?
Not yet.
What are you doing, Cherry? Has Arnold lost something?
Oh, his specs. He needs them for reading.
And reading is so important. Hobbies give old folk a reason to get out of bed in the mornings.
Don't worry, we've already got one.
Now, we missed our medication earlier, didn't we?
Both of us? That's a coincidence.
You missed your dose, I missed the check.
Very possibly. I can't keep track.
That's why we're here, to look after you. Here we go, down the hatch.
Chin, chin.
What are they for?
Statins for cholesterol. And one to keep down the blood pressure, because we have a dicky heart, don't we?
You too? Must be contagious.
And we always have to be on guard against strokes. And now there's this virus thing coming home from China. I don't know. If it's not one thing, it's another. Bring the tray when you come, Cherry, and take Arnold's order for supper too. It's shepherd pie or battered cod, followed by apple pie or a fresh fruit salad, both with ice cream. Won't that be nice? Got to watch the diet because we don't want you losing weight or becoming obese. We have a nutritionist designing menus for a happy medium. Did you know that?
Ever considered a chef?
Oh, come, Arnold. You know how hard we work to look after you.
You've got heart problems.
Cherry, more than you can imagine.
So, what's it to be? Shepherd's pie or fish?
Did you notice? She said shepherd pie. I can just see her luring a poor boy away from his flock. Yes, I think I fancy a little cannibalism this evening.
You're wicked. And pudding?
Have I ever wanted pudding?
You might change your mind.
If I do, I'll be sure to let you know, because if I don't, the vacillation will have no meaning. It needs an external reference, you see, like the tree in the forest.
What tree?
The one that fell. Or did it? Schrodinger's tree, as it were.
Look, some old folk change their minds twice a minute without even realising.
I'm sure they do. Rather contradicts my rigidification theory. I shall have to review it. So, Schrödinger. Now, the tree in the forest, they mean nothing to you?
Forests are made of trees. That's about as far as I got in school.
Oh, that's a shame. Well, some trees in the forest fall, or so we surmise. But if no one sees the tree fall, can we know it actually occurred?
You mean it needs an external reference?
This is the thing, and well done.
You think I'm thick, don't you?
Well, I was in fact tending to the opposite.
Shepherd pie. And if you're lucky, I'll look for your specs.
Oh dear. If you patronize a girl in the forest, and the forest can't hear, did it in fact happen? I suppose the squirrels here.
Alice tiptoes in, taking care not to wake him. From her pocket, she takes a pair of glasses on a cord and carefully places them around his neck. She stands back and looks around. She takes a book from his bookcase and leaves.
Hiya. Good day. How's it going? Any progress? God, I'm knackered. I'm gonna run myself a bath.
We hear the sound of a bath running.
Do you want a cup of tea? Hello? Cup of tea?
Uh-huh.
God, you'd give the dog more attention.
Hmm?
Who pays the rent on this place? Don't you think I'd rather sit playing games than sweating over smelly farts all day?
You don't like games?
Do. I like The Sims, Minecraft.
They're not games.
Oh,
This is a game.
what are they then?
Worlds? What's for tea?
Whatever you brought. Bought. Bought and brought.
She goes out to the bathroom. The sound of running water cuts off.
Jamie, there's no hot water.
I know!
What?
Shit! Stop distracting me!
What do you mean you know?
Well, I couldn't have a shower.
It was all right when I got up.
Aha, so you were the last person to see the hot water alive.
Did you call the agency?
Yeah, I left a message.
Jesus, Jamie, we need hot water. Especially now we have to wash our hands all the time. They need a kick in. They always need a kick in. Look, why didn't you go in when you went shopping? You didn't go shopping, did you? I told you, I put the list on the fridge door. Jamie, I'm trying to talk to you.
We'll order a pizza.
Paid for by who? God, you'd buy pizzas for that dog, wouldn't you? I could have stayed at the home and had shepherd's pie or fish and chips.
Well, okay, we'll have fish and chips.
Oh,
So why didn't you?
because I've been up since 5:30 and I needed to get home, have a bath and chill.
So chill.
I didn't mean in a cold bath. You sit on your ass all day and all I ask is just do some shopping and wash up maybe.
Can't. No hot water. Hey, no washing up with pizzas or fish and chips.
Did you do any work on the game?
A bit.
Bloody liar.
Oh, for fuck's sake. You killed me again.
Good. You're only alive once you're dead.
Look, if I wanted someone to check my homework, I'd have stayed in college. You can't do that kind of work in 8-hour shifts. You have to wait till it feels right.
If you say so.
It's an investment. Jez, look, when I've got the script and roughs and a deck and some modelling and a couple of sequences, I can sell it to Valve or Parsec or someone. You know how much those guys make? Or get some guys and make it ourselves. We make the game and the game makes us.
Us?
Yes, us. Come here. You've had a hard day, right? Oh, but you stink of the place. You need a bath.
Oh, fuck you!
Oh, you love the old farts, really, don't you?
I like the professor.
What, is he the one who taught Cambridge?
Well, duh.
The one who gets all philosophical?
He's more interesting than all the others put together.
Is he more fun than me?
Loads. Better in bed too.
Oh, gross. That's not even funny. That's disgusting.
Yeah, but worth it.
Oh, let's go out.
We can't go out. It's lockdown.
Let's stay in then. Watch something. Captain Marvel? Wonder Woman?
Beauty and the Beast, the original.
Not again.
Jamie.
How
long have you been working on that game?
A bit.
Well, how far through are you? Like, how near finishing?
I don't have to finish it.
You know what I mean, that the concept, having something ready to put out there.
Hard to say.
Like halfway, 2/3, a quarter.
Yeah. About?
Look, what if you're, I don't know, missing something? What if someone else has already done the same idea? Like, what if the tech has moved on?
What, you mean, what if it's not good enough?
Well, I'm not saying that.
Look, there's so many crap games out there, and Starship Z is utterly original.
But how do you know?
I just do. Anyway, it doesn't have to be totally new. In fact, that can be a problem. Most games are just rip-offs of each other anyway, unless they're a first. Like Slenderman or Minecraft.
And that's just virtual Lego.
Exactly. But Starship Z is original.
And how will you know when it's ready?
You know, suck it and see.
Well, have you done a storyboard?
Of course. Started.
What can I see?
It's not ready. If I showed you, it would be like, in my head, it was finished. You know what I mean?
So it has to be finished before you'll show anyone?
Not finished, just solidified.
A tree falls in a forest.
What?
And nobody sees.
It's in space.
External reference. You said that.
What the fuck are you talking about?
You said that kind of work in 8-hour shifts or something. If you'd actually done anything, you'd have said this kind of work. It shows you're not even close to it.
Don't try and get smart ass with me. You know the saying punching above your weight?
Yes.
No, I don't think you do. Want me to demonstrate?
No.
Well, then make me some fucking tea.
Hello? Hello?
Are you looking for accommodation?
No, this is about the boiler in my flat. It's not.
Okay, I'll be with you in a minute.
No, look, I really need to speak.
Yes, just a sec. So, if you're not looking for accommodation, what is it?
My water's not working.
Oh, that sounds bad. Have you seen a doctor?
My boiler's not working.
A plumber, maybe?
Except it's not my boiler, it's your boiler.
No, my boiler's fine.
Look, stop pissing about. The boiler in my flat
I'm just joking. Blimey. Chill pill.
The boiler in my flat isn't working. I've got no hot water.
Okay. Address?
Ground floor flat, 98 St Mary's Road.
Flat 1. And you are?
Terry Latham. I'm the tenant.
So you are. And you say your boiler's not working?
I don't say it's not working. It's not working.
You're sure?
When I turn on the hot tap, it comes out cold. That's a pretty good sign. You can hear the boiler's not firing up.
Combi.
What?
It's a boiler. It fires up when you turn on a tap.
Then yes, except it doesn't. Does that make it a combi?
It says here it's a combi. It says here it had its annual check in October. November, December, January, February, March. That's only 5 months. It should be fine.
Well, it isn't.
It was checked. Do you remember it being checked? Someone would have come round.
You mean they come round and check it in the room itself?
Yes.
Oh, I thought the smart meter did all that.
No. They have to come round. Do you remember?
Well, I must have been at work. My boyfriend would have been in though.
We'd have made an appointment. We don't just send the guy out at random. Do you remember us making an appointment?
Of course, I bloody remember you making an appointment.
So you agree? It was checked.
Wait, that's not the fucking point, is it? The point is, it's not working now.
Are you sure?
Oh. Yes, I'm sure. What are you going to do about it?
I could get the plumber to come and check it again.
It doesn't need checking again. It needs fixing.
And the plumber gets pretty busy.
Well, so when can he come?
I'll have to give him a call. I'll get back to you.
Yeah, but when?
Hard to say, really. Might be next week.
Wait, so we're supposed to have cold baths for a week? What about the washing up?
Well, you could use the dishwasher.
There is no bloody dishwasher. God, I pay my rent. That includes having hot water. I shouldn't have to wait a week.
Plumbers. Oh, I can't move mountains. Oh, can I help you, sir?
And that's just for him to come out and check it. What if it needs spare parts or replacing? It could be bloody months.
Gary? Is there a problem?
Professor? No, it's all right.
It doesn't sound absolutely all right.
My boiler's not working in my flat. He says he can't even get a plumber until next week.
Boiler, huh? Boiler. That could be serious. You should get a plumber there straight away.
It's not that easy. Our plumbers get a bit booked up.
Oh, you know what I'd do in your position? I'd get another plumber, because a faulty boiler, that's serious.
Yes, I'm onto it. So if you'll just leave me to do my job,
I won't leave you to do your job because you don't seem to be doing it quite well enough.
Sir, it's not really your business.
I think it is. I own 2 houses, the letting of which your agency manages on my behalf. So your efficiency is very much my business, quite literally. Do you know what happens if boilers are not maintained? Do you?
We do safety checks.
Carbon monoxide leakage. Carbon monoxide is a poisonous gas, and it can kill people as they sleep. And if that happens as a result of a defective boiler, which you knew about and took no steps to rectify, then you could face charges. I don't just mean your agency, I mean you personally. That is the law these days, and in a world of slipping standards, it is one I thoroughly approve of, as a matter of ethics and personal responsibility. As Hume said...
Professor...
Sorry, no. 5 years? 10?
It doesn't say.
No, I'm not asking you how old the boiler is. I'm asking how long you think you might serve in jail for manslaughter by negligence. And another reason it's my business is that this young lady is a close personal friend of mine who offers care and food and cups of tea and companionship. And if she were to die overnight, my quality of life would be seriously diminished. And finally, it really gets my goat, really, to see that you were about to set her needs aside to attend to me, because I am clearly a landlord while she is a mere tenant, but that gives you no right to treat her like a second-class citizen. So if you think you're going to keep my business managing properties, you seriously misread what it means to...
Professor! 999, you fucker!
Slight temperature still. This is very worrying. Mask.
My throat feels fine.
Well, we're keeping you isolated just in case. The doctor will call tomorrow and we'll see what he has to say, and I'm sure you'll be up and about in no time at all.
No time at all. No time like the present.
Oh, no. Falling is the biggest danger for elderly people. More of you oldies have to go to A&E because of a fall than because of strokes, heart attacks or illness. Dear, oh dear, I dread to think what might happen if you lost your balance and toppled over again. Now put that mask on.
I just took a turn.
You don't want to be an extra burden on the NHS, not these days.
Oh, the scales of individual freedom and social responsibility. I'll be fine as long as I've got something to hold on to and somewhere to plonk myself down, like a chair or a bed.
Mask! What if you're in the bathroom, Arnold? All those hard corners.
Well, I have to use the bathroom.
I think you need someone to hold your hand. And maybe
I don't need anyone to hold anything.
And maybe we should consider using these just in case.
Oh, for heaven's sake!
We have to face up to reality, Arnold. These adult nappies will save you embarrassment in public when you're allowed out again.
Allowed?
for your daily exercise. I won't tell if you won't.
You can tell anyone you like that my wide fronts are still perfectly adequate, thank you very much.
Until one day you suddenly find out too late that they weren't. Be prepared, isn't that the Boy Scouts motto?
Well, I didn't mean wear nappies. I meant carry a condom.
Knock, knock, knock.
Just a minute.
Come in.
Only me?
Ah, Cherry, how are you?
I'm good, Tar. Question is, how are you?
How many times? I'm not inquiring into the state of your morality, but your well-being. If I asked you about Alice, you wouldn't say, Alice is good, would you? You'd say, she's well, or she's fine. It's the same in the first person.
You should listen to the Professor, Cherry. Mask.
Well, he's the only one who complains.
Then all your friends are Antipodean illiterates. To answer your question, Sherry, I'm feeling...
Back to normal, obviously.
Yes, although it appears I must stay on my back at least until the doctor comes tomorrow. I wouldn't mind so much, but I just started reading de Botton's The Art of Travel, which seems to have gone walkabout. It's ironic on so many levels.
I'm not even sure what ironic means.
Well, it's like sarcasm, but a degree.
I'll look out for it.
Oh, it's all around.
I meant the book.
You keep losing books and we hardly ever find them. I think you take them into town and leave them somewhere. The library, a cafe, the park.
Well, it seems unlikely to me. Umbrellas, maybe. Books, no.
If you can forget one, you can forget the other.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'll go into town with you. You can ask at your favourite haunts and... Oh, they're closed.
Arnold is isolating and he's in no fit state to get out of bed, let alone walk into town.
Well, I can use one of our wheelchairs. How about it?
You can't socially distance pushing a wheelchair, can you?
I think that's allowed.
Only when absolutely necessary.
But I can at least breathe some fresh air.
We have windows for that.
A 4-inch opening.
That's in case of falls.
Well, I'm hardly likely to clamber over, although it's a thought.
Old people do strange things. There comes a point.
There's only a flower bed below. Might break a bone, but that's all. Don't want to add to A&E stats. Yes, I'd quite like to go out.
Well, I don't mind. Honest.
Absolutely not. Cherry, it's nearly tea time, so I want you to go round the first floor and remind everyone the dining room is out of bounds and they have to eat in their rooms.
Well, I still don't mind taking Arnold out after. It's a nice evening.
It's too cold. Now go.
A bit woozy now, anyway. Must be the pills. Cherry, thank you. I never said thank you for the ambulance. Calling it.
Oh, it wasn't me. It was the man in the agency.
You told him.
I'm sure he would have picked up the phone.
At him. You called him a fucker.
Cherry.
I remember thinking, if I die, that's what I want on my gravestone. Call 999, you fucker. Oh, your boiler? Did the plumber come?
No, it's because of lockdown. It's a total pain. Anyway, as soon as you're better, I'll take you into town. Wheelchair or no wheelchair.
That's very highly.
You'll never guess what I found. The Art of Travel by Alan de Botton. Few activities seem to promise us as much happiness as going travelling. Do you think so, Arnold? But we seldom ask why we go and how we might become more fulfilled by doing so. Oh, what could beat a week in the sun? This is you all over, Arnold, isn't it? You can't do it any longer, so you sit and analyse it to death. Alan de Botton. How can you take a name like that seriously? And what's this one? A Single Man by Christopher Isherwood. Oh, Arnold, I'd never have guessed. The original Fairy Queen. Naturally, he was single, not the marrying kind. An inspiration. A pervert, Arnold. A pervert. I cannot bear to look inside. The filth. It is pornography. Admit it. Do you still get excited by this? Are you there late at night with your hand inside your pajamas like a teenager? Some of them still do, you know. We see the residue. I've checked. Your sheets seem clean. Oh yes, I've checked. Maybe you're just cleverer than the others. Tissues, toilet paper, and flush it all away. But you can't flush away your perversions, can you? Little boys, I suppose. It's always little boys.
She goes to the wardrobe and takes out a box. Inside is a collection of letters.
It's all here, isn't it? Somewhere. Confessions of a Single Man. Garrett. Gary. Your co-conspirator. All your perversions. We'll have them out. Yes, we will. Little boys. I'll give you little boys. But we'll make everything all right.
Jamie, you in?
She dumps herself onto the sofa. Sees Jamie's laptop on the coffee table. She takes it and opens it. She swipes and taps the touchpad several times.
Hi, babes. Good day.
Good day.
Did you have a good... Never mind. What's for tea?
Oh, fuck off.
Oh, for God's sake, is it going to be... Look, I didn't mean what are we having for tea, as in what are you going to make? I meant like, what are we going to have?
Well, me? I think I'm going to have a bath. Oh, I can't because you didn't get a plumber in before lockdown.
You had a shower at the home. I know you did. Before starting?
To protect the residents.
Oh, yeah. You're not worried about bringing it back here from the viral breeding ground, though?
As a matter of fact, I showered afterwards too and changed.
Oh, 2 showers a day. And all the loo roll you can use while I have to deal with cold water and newspaper.
Poor you.
Oh, fucking hell, you're a bundle tonight. Cuppa? Lager? Suit yourself.
Did you have a good day?
Shit. We're on a bloody merry-go-round. I had a great day. How about you?
I was at work.
Yeah. Well, just in case you were bungee jumping.
No, I was working. You?
Some.
Yeah?
Yeah. Did some mapping, structuring, research.
So it's coming on.
Starship Z.
Boldly going to a galaxy far, far away.
Well, not exactly.
A long, long ago.
It's just lost in space, right? And they find another ship. And when they board it...
I
they
know. So, you did some mapping.
And I planned a challenge. A corrupted robot.
To shoot down or disable.
Yeah, one off.
Oh, so you made some progress.
Serious progress.
That's a shame.
What? Why?
Or because I just deleted all your files that you'd updated this month.
You what?
Well, you should have got a password, Jamie. Except I'd know what it was. LAZYFUCKER.
You deleted my files.
Only the recent ones, 3 weeks worth.
What the fuck? You can't do that.
Oh, it seemed pretty simple. You just select and then click the big red cross. It didn't even ask, are you sure? Of course, you could always retrieve it from the recycle bin. See? Look, there. Oh, except, you can't because I deleted them from there too. You might still be able to recover them, I suppose, if you can get right into it like the police do. You're a whiz, aren't you?
You're a fucking maniac.
Oh, it was only this month's.
How many files?
Let me think. None. No fucking files, Jamie. Nothing deleted because not a single file has been written or updated since before lockdown.
That's not right.
That is right. I know it's right because if I'd found anything, I'd have wrapped it in cotton wool and I'd have backed it up twice and put a copy onto the cloud.
You're spying on me.
Nothing to bloody spy on, is there? God, I slave away at work.
He grabs the laptop.
While you do complete sod all on this precious game. You know what? You're never going to finish it. It's just a fantasy, just a reason so you can keep sponging off me. Sitting on your wasted arse, shooting holes in the back of the TV. You know what? I might as well delete all the files. In fact, I think I will, so that you can finally...
Don't you dare!
Oh, select all. Big red cross.
I'm warning you.
Yeah? What are you going to do? Same as you always do.
Don't push me.
Oh, Spaceship Z.
Starships.
Going into the void.
Cherry.
You get it from recycled anyway.
Damn right.
Shouldn't bother. Spaceship Z.
Starship Z.
It's fucking lame, Jamie. Even I can see that. Zombies in space. Oh, I'm a space zombie. Alien zombies have taken over the ship, but I wouldn't exist except for the genius who thought me up.
I warned you.
Oh, and the genius is considerate too.
I don't think...
You what? Oh my God, I didn't mean it.
So fucking sarky.
Degree in sarcasm, me. Alice said,
Bugger! I'm not sitting in that sodding thing any more than I have to. I'm not a bloody cripple.
you can't use that word.
Let me rephrase it then. I'm not a cripple.
You know that's not on.
I'm the one in the wheelchair. I'm disabled. I have the right to self-identify, I think is the modern phrase.
Whatever.
I heard it on Radio 4.
You think Radio 4 makes you cool?
Who'd have guessed? I'm sorry, Cherry. It's not fair of me to be curt with you of all people, especially since you fibbed to Jackson and said Arnold could use the fresh air.
I told the truth about the doctor saying you haven't got COVID.
And lifted the spare key to the storeroom.
Didn't lift it. I just know where Alice secretes them.
Ooh, you don't know how much that word pains me.
Secretes? Is it wrong?
No, it just ought to be. I won't bother you with my foibles today.
Thanks. I get so worried if I see you getting upset. I think you're going to have another turn like you did in the agency.
I wasn't getting upset. I was putting on the agony. It's different. I just overdid it. I apologize again.
You can be hard work sometimes.
Like life, Cherry. Like life. Anyway, come sit here. Wait and watch for spring to unfold. You can take those off now.
I shouldn't.
Oh, it's fine. Oh, no. I have some sweets.
Smooth moves.
I beg your pardon?
It's just... Never mind.
Well, talking of sweets, did you bring my morning pills?
And some water. Here you go. They are for now, not later.
I prefer later.
Right, give them back then.
It's all right. I'll hang on to them.
But please, you'll get me into trouble.
There. For the collection.
No.
I've ruled out the station. It's all right for the test, but trains aren't the solution.
What?
I go to the station. I stand on the platform edge. I check that I'm capable of stepping off. As long as I'm able to, I don't need to. When I can't, that's where the collection comes in. Insurance.
Now give them back.
I don't wish to implicate you, Cherry, but it's essential that I keep them.
2 minutes ago, you were swearing at that wheelchair. Now you want an overdose. Make up your bloody mind.
My mind is made up. I'm getting forgetful. I lose a book and then it turns up.
Alice found him.
No, it's just there, making me feel a complete duffer for saying it was lost when it wasn't, and my glasses.
Your glasses definitely weren't in your room. You must have put them down somewhere.
But then, when I finally get back to reading, I can't concentrate. I hate it. It's me who should be put down somewhere. Where's the nearest vets?
No, when you get your new meds, you'll be fine.
It's just trial and error. I know it, you know it, even the doctor knows it. I used to take my car in. Oh, that'll be the carburettor, sir. So they adjust the carburettor. Doesn't work. Must be the fuel pump, sir. Change the fuel pump. Or maybe it's the gaskets. Let's try the timing belt. Must be the tappets. Whatever they are. It's the same thing with drugs. Atorvastatin, tramadol, apodispan, metoprolol. Think about a new timing belt. No side effects.
My, we are gloomy today.
God, you sound like Alice.
Oh, sorry.
As gloomy as the day. Pathetic fallacy.
You what?
The pathetic fallacy. It means, okay, an old man in a story is depressed. The writer chooses to set a scene under grey skies, as if the weather felt the same as the man. If he was happy, it would be a sunny day. Doesn't have to be the weather. Could be a train, which might be angry or fearsome or comforting.
Trains aren't comforting.
You say that.
Oh, except maybe Thomas the Tank Engine.
Ah, dear old Thomas. You read him?
He was on the telly. Oh, I'm read by Ringo Starr. You know Ringo Starr?
Ringo. Thomas on the television. Well, I never.
If you had children, you'd know. You don't, do you? Or grandchildren?
I searched and searched, but never found any.
Oh, well, Thomas will be on YouTube. I can do a search for you.
Now he's being patronizing. I don't think it's a fallacy today, my dear. Those clouds really are gloomy. I applaud your optimism, but you may as well take those off now. Jerry, look at me. Look at me.
Hi? Yeah, I know it is. Well, I'm taking the professor out for a walk in the park, if you must know. How about you? Oh, really? Well, that's good. Yeah. Yeah. See you later. Jamie, my boyfriend.
Oh. And what does he do, this boyfriend?
He says he's a game designer, but he isn't.
Please don't say you walked into a door.
I knew it was coming from the moment he walked in.
Was he drunk?
He didn't know it, but I did. I can make it happen. I can wind him up, and I did.
You say that as if he was a clockwork toy. There's no excuse.
I can make him the mood I want him to be. Is that the pathetic fallacy?
Strictly speaking, it only applies to inanimate objects.
Yes, this fits. I'm as bad as he is, aren't I? If I caused it.
Oh dear. Elementary moral philosophy. Who instigated harm? He or you?
Me? Both of us?
Your eye says different.
Haven't you ever lashed out at someone?
I felt like it, but usually I was the one who got lashed at first.
What, by your wife?
Cherry, don't be an idiot.
Oh, I see.
Like you, I couldn't hold my tongue. Like you, I knew it was coming. So, why do we provoke them? Anger? Frustration?
Everything.
I don't know about you, but I was angry because I knew my lover was... I was a snob. Ozzy was... Well, I wouldn't have minded so much if he hadn't pretended to be the intellectual he so clearly wasn't. No, no, that's not right. My snobbery was just a weapon. I turned it on myself. It wasn't him I was contemptuous of. It was myself. It didn't last.
Jamie's got this dream. Only it's not a dream. It's a way of avoiding the fact that he's a lazy bastard who failed at college and is going to fail at life and wants to drag me down with him. He says he's designing a game when all he is addicted to playing them.
And you exposed him to this insight,
I suppose.
knowing the consequence.
I suppose.
You and me, we're both the same. Cleverer than our partners, but not worthy of better.
Does this say clever?
If thine eye offended thee, pluck it out.
What?
Never mind, it's a non sequitur.
No, what?
It's from the Bible. Jesus said that if you look with lust on someone who isn't your wife, you've committed adultery with your heart. So your eye has sinned and should be cut out.
If thine eyebrow offendeth thee, pluck it out. What if you've committed real adultery with your cock? Should that be cut off?
Consistent, if drastic.
Those Catholic priests are lucky that the Pope doesn't follow the Bible then.
Indeed. And if thy boyfriend offended thee,
Oh,
you said he wants to drag you down. He's not going to succeed, is he? No, he's not. And you're going to manage the turnaround in a constructive manner, aren't you?
is that what you did with Ozzy?
Oh, God, no. There were tears and shouting and, yes, violence and breakup and makeup and broken beds and...
Professor, you're outrageous. Did you love him?
There's the rub. I only ever loved one man, and it wasn't Ozzy. I still ballsed it up.
How?
You love Jamie?
Don't change the subject.
Garrett. I loved him so much it hurt. I thought, if it hurts this much loving him, how will I cope when he leaves me? I was so frightened.
Well, there were scary times for gays, weren't they?
Yes, but no, it wasn't fear from outside. It was fear from here, deep within. I never let him see that. I thought that if he knew the shivering ball of terror at my heart, he'd have contempt for it, for me. So I kept myself strong, which is to say, locked up. Unable to find my soul, he drifted off to search for someone else's.
You were killing yourself.
Oh no, I was killing him. He loved me, and I rejected him. I loved him, and I rejected him. Love never came again. The truth is, I never let it. I buried myself in work and weekend parties. He died in the 80s. I stopped altogether. All I have left is his letters. Oh, you self-pitying prick, Arnold. It must be the drugs. But Cherry, I implore you, If you love, and you are loved, hold on to it. Fight for it. But if you don't, and you're not, don't waste your life. If this man, Jamie, doesn't love you, yes, pluck him out. You're better off alone, learning to love yourself. I'm an old forgetful fool, and you shouldn't listen to me about anything. But you have to listen to me about this.
Sorry about the steps. I'll put the kettle on, Professor. Oh, Professor, this is Jamie. Jamie, this is the professor I told you about.
Hiya, man.
Good day.
Babe, I'm not being funny, but should he be here?
Arnold's going to be safer here than in the home, isn't he? But if we've got it, I'm taking it in every day.
I was thinking more...
I've been tested. My existential issues are not virus related.
Cherry goes into the kitchen.
Okay. Here you go then. Have yourself a seat. Sorry, it's a mess. I was just doing some work on my game. I make games.
Cherry told me. She told me all about you and your gaming addiction. Brainless, passive non-activity designed to drip feed endorphins from ersatz excitement and trivial achievement.
Maybe. Like supporting a football team.
Endorphins are addictive. That's how they make their profit.
Yeah. Can't beat it. You gotta ride it.
Addiction?
Oh, come on, man. It's not heroin. And that's how they make their profit.
You don't need to be a junkie to see what's wrong with drugs. It's called using your brain.
Oh, yeah. Brainless. Try Talos or Space Chem or Portal.
They're like super complicated puzzle games that you need an IQ of like 400 to solve.
IQ doesn't go that high, dear. 140 is genius level. More than that, and you're smarter than the people who set the tests.
You know what I mean.
I concede that computers will be good for puzzle games, all very left brain, and I bet they're not the best sellers. What about emotion, ethics, symbolism, all the things you get from literature and theatre, and even good films?
I suppose there's Persona.
Oh. It's a game, isn't it? Not Ingmar Bergman's masterpiece. But tell me about Persona.
It's based on Jung, the shadow self, archetypes, and ethics. Whether one person has the right to impose happiness on the rest of the world.
So you can have happiness or freedom, but not both.
Pretty much.
Interesting. And your game?
Starship Z.
Z, how it hurts.
You have to rescue an abandoned spaceship, but the crew have turned.
Turned?
Into zombies.
Zombies. And you know about zombies, do you?
Everyone knows about zombies.
And where they come from?
Labs, hospitals, graves, other zombies.
So not San Domingue then, Haiti.
Oh, yeah, that's where first zombies were, isn't it?
The slaves believed that when they died, they would be reborn in Africa, except for those who committed suicide because that was taboo. But the French were extraordinarily brutal, even for slavers, so much so that many slaves took their own lives. Zombies were the wretched souls who killed themselves and were forced to wander San Domingue, unable to go to the African afterlife.
Oh, right.
So my question to you is, do your space zombies in any way reflect and do justice to their tragic, lost and doubly doomed antecedents? Or are they for target practice?
They're just zombies.
Nothing is just anything. Why not have vampires?
Nah, doesn't work.
No, because vampires represent our fascination with the erotic and fear of its power. That's not an obvious lost in space scenario. While zombies have come to represent our fear of death, decrepitude, and mindlessness. They are within embracing range of my own withered carcass. So just zombies, frankly, is not only a little insulting to the poor slaves, it's a little insulting to me.
Are you saying I shouldn't have zombies?
I'm saying, if you have zombies, do justice to the reality they represent and the history and symbolism of the myth. If you just need target practice, use little green men.
That's been done.
And zombies, they are totally original.
Zombies are laden with meaning. Can't you bring those meanings into your game?
Like maybe the crew realize they don't need shooting, they need releasing.
Freeing.
Closure.
It's a start. How long have you been working on this game?
Couple of months.
A year.
Let me give you some advice.
About games.
About creativity. If you aren't nearer the end than the beginning after all this time, you're not really doing it. And that can only mean that you don't really want to do it.
I do want to do it. It's just not that easy.
Actually, it is. If you really want to do it, nothing will stop you. Not a job, not your home life, nothing. It doesn't even have to be good, but it does have to be done. Self-respect, Jamie. It starts with the little things. I'm not saying I know a lot about self-respect, but lack of it, I'm an expert. They're not here. Where are you? You were here. Oh, where are you? They're not here. They're not here. They're not here. Gary, Gary, please don't go. Not here. Not here. Fuck. Fuck. It's crazy.
Good morning, Arnold.
He's left me. He's left me. Gone. Gone. Gone away.
Arnold, what is it? Who's gone?
Gary. He's gone.
I know. It's sad. It was a long time ago.
No more letters.
No. No more letters. Why don't you sit down?
What's the matter? Is Arnold all right? Are you having a turn, Arnold?
He seems a bit upset this morning. He seems to have taken a turn for the worse recently.
I know. It's sad when they get like this, and it can happen so suddenly.
I thought he was a bit brighter yesterday.
You weren't in yesterday, were you? Not your rota.
I meant the day before.
How about you go and make him a nice cup of tea, Cherry, and you tell me what seems to be the matter, Arnold.
Gary's letters. All is lost. This foul Egyptian has betrayed me.
Now, what are you on about? Let's sort out your evening doses.
Letters, Alice, letters of the heart, but they have flown like birds, fallen like leaves, sunk like stones. I can do better cliches, Alice, but you understand.
Alice takes different pill canisters from a bag. She accidentally leaves one canister on the table.
I do. You never had letters. You're just misremembering. In a way, that's better than actually losing them, isn't it? Oh, that was quick.
There was some already made. What was that about his letters? Has he lost them?
He thinks he has some old letters, but he doesn't, bless him. But he can't find them, so he thinks he's left them somewhere, which he might well have done if he had any.
Well, he told me.
As they are distracted, Arnold slides the pills off the table and unnoticed slips them into his shirt pocket.
He told me he had letters from this guy.
Once upon a time, maybe. Long-term memory, that's what lasts.
No, I'm sure he said.
He gets confused. Now, take your pills, Arnold. Oh.
All gone, all taken. Maybe I ate the letters.
Oh, very good. Well, I shall carry on with the dispensary round.
Cherry is suspicious that Arnold hasn't actually taken the pills. She slips her hand into his shirt pocket and takes out the pills and the canister. She holds on to the loose pills, but calls after Alice and gives Alice the canister.
You forgot this.
Oops, silly me. Forget my head. Must be contagious. Cherry, shouldn't you have knocked off by now?
I just wanted to see how he was doing.
That's lovely, but you should leave him in peace. We have a routine. They get very upset if it changes. You know that.
I just wanted to check.
5 minutes, no more. There's a pet. I think he's nodding off anyway.
You're a very naughty boy.
I'm not the Messiah.
You certainly aren't.
I think
Even I know that. I should have told her. Look, you need to take him now. Not collect. I mean properly.
At all, Vastatin. Tramadol. Apodespan. Metaprolol.
And?
Dunno. It's new.
L-thyroxine. I saw the label. Do you know which one's which? Me either. You're falling asleep, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
Right. L-thyroxine. L-thyroxine. Someone will come and help you get into bed. I need to go now.
She looks for Arnold's letters, but finds nothing. Alice comes in and extracts Arnold's box of letters from her bag.
Darnold. Is that darling Arnold? I so wish I could share the Grecian spring with you. Oh, flowers everywhere and hillsides ablaze. And the men and boys, their eyes blaze too. You should be here, my love. It feels like home. Oh, yes. Boys. Is that why he went? Dirty pervert. You went too, didn't you? Sent a postcard to yourself. Here. My old friend. Just a memento of a beautiful summer with my beautiful G. Kisses. Me. So self-regarding, self-absorbed, so vain. That's what you all are. So narcissistic. You disgust me. Here's Garrett. I want to fall asleep holding your cock. It will be soft, of course, but so full and manly. Oh, God. I will hold him all night, and by morning he will quicken, and I will drink from his fount. Oh, I am hard at the thought. Sick. Take me, my fine man. I need to feel you inside. I need to possess you and be possessed. You. Oh. I don't know what I love the most, being anchored in you or having you anchored in me. Anchored. In this alone do I envy the men with women, that they can be face to face and mutually, underlined, embedded. Do you really think you deserve what we have, Arnold? Don't you think God made us the way we are, so that what we have is impossible for you and your filthy ilk?
It's not our fault. You're a shriveled, empty, dusty, cobweb-fannied sinkhole.
Alice rises furiously. She takes a Swiss Army knife from her bag. She may be about to cut Arnold with it. She goes to the ensuite door, opens it, closes it, and fiddles at the lock with the knife. She tests the door. It won't open. She carefully pours out 50 millilitres of clear laxative solution from a large bottle into a measuring cup and thence into a glass. This she forces Arnold to drink.
For your dirty, dirty bottom. Let's see who wants embedding now.
This is it then.
This is it.
You can still change your mind. Shall I make a coffee?
Now he makes me coffee.
Yeah, but do you want... Half that coffee's mine.
You never made coffee.
Yeah, but I did.
When? When was the last time? Because I've forgotten.
When Ben and Trace and Ali came over.
When you had an audience.
Look, you only had to ask.
Do you know how fucking tiring it is having to ask?
No.
You only had to offer. Don't you see? Just offering something, just seeing for yourself, being ahead of me.
Look, we don't have to argue.
No, but it's nice to have the option.
All I'm saying is, it's not too late.
Well, it's nearly too late because I've got to be at work.
I look after you better.
You said that before. Turns out you can't.
You can't cope on your own. You told me I can't make it on my own.
Turns out I can. Turns out that's a piss poor reason for letting someone move in anyway. Because you know what? Not only did I have to make it on my own, I had to bring you with me.
You know what? Your trouble is you actually need someone to look after.
No. You know what my trouble is? I'm so sorry. My script has moved. You know what my trouble is? You're trying to do me a favour then. What, by being a lazy git?
It's a well-known fact. Your carers, your doctors, your therapists, you're all on a power trip. You're the ones who are fucked up.
Oh, fuck you.
It's true. The old farts home?
You realise you've just admitted you're the same as them, an old fart.
Shit, why do I bother? I don't need this. I'm going.
Bye-bye.
I mean it.
Bye-bye.
You think I'll come crawling back? No way.
Pluck it out.
What?
Pluck off.
You're mad, you are. Don't know what I saw in you.
There's the rub.
Barking.
Woof. You know what my trouble is?
I know exactly what your trouble is.
Not that I need someone to look after, but that I do it instead of looking after myself. So just to make sure I don't have time for me, I pick some terminal loser who talks big about being a hotshot game inventor when actually he's just sitting on his arse all day doing nothing.
I'm changing the game. Starship Z. I'm picking up what the professor said. I'm making the zombies individuals, giving them backstories. When you discover each one's backstory, you free them. So you think it's a shooter, but if you just shoot, you can never win. Now that's pretty original, isn't it?
I'm pleased for you. I'm pleased for the zombies. It's going to take more than that to get me back.
What will it take?
I don't know. What I do know is if you think it's a shooter, you'll never win.
What?
It's about unlocking the backstory.
Oh.
And you haven't got the key. I mean, neither have I, but that's my problem. So you go and be a gaming millionaire. Got my own life to sort.
Oh shit, oh shit.
He rolls out of bed and staggers to the ensuite. He can't open the door. He goes to the drawers. In one is the pack of adult nappies left by Alice.
Oh, fuck, no, no, Jesus, fuck, Christ, shit.
Alice comes in with a big bag. It's almost as if she was prepared.
Dear, oh dear, what a mess.
Go away.
Oh, what a pong. Phew-wee wooey.
Oh. Fuck. Oh.
Little boys, don't swear. I can't leave you like this now, can I? Goodness. Oh dear. It's like taking Rover for walkies in the park. Now, you just lie yourself down here. There's a good boy.
He goes to the ensuite door with a bowl, fiddles with the lock and goes in.
I couldn't.
Never mind. These things happen. Least said, soonest mended. There. Here we are. Let's get you nice and clean. Just relax. It's all going to be fine.
Shower, please.
No, we don't want the shower. Showers are dangerous, slippery. We're not steady on our pins at the best of times, now are we? Oh, I told you. Didn't I tell you? We have these nappies. You're supposed to wear them, Arnold, not use them as a litter tray. Never mind. There's nothing to be ashamed of. We're professionals. Caring professionals. Dignity and grace, Arnold. Dignity and grace.
Oh my God.
Go away.
Wait, what happened?
Poor boy. Couldn't make it to the lavvy. Accidents will happen. Number 1 accident and number 2 accident.
Door wouldn't open.
We have the red button. You can always use the red button. Why didn't you use the red button, Arnold?
The door looks all right.
It's nothing to do with the door. Now, if you'll just pass me a nappy, Cherry.
She's behind Alice, who can't see as she looks into Alice's bag. She pulls out the big bottle of laxative.
I think we need to keep these on from now on. Don't you?
All of us.
The next train to pass platform 2 will not stop at this station. Please stand behind the yellow line.
Oi! You're banned! Get back from there!
She pulls Arnold back. Arnold struggles to get close to the edge again. The train passes with a mighty roar, its siren blaring.
What the hell are you thinking?
It's time.
It's time you got help. That's what time it is. Hey, give me a hand here.
Professor, don't you dare.
Does he belong to you?
Well, no, not really. He's...
Is he a professor? Is he your teacher? No wonder the country's going to pot.
Come on, let's go back.
To the loony bin.
I'll look after him.
I'll bloody look after him. I should call the police is what I should do.
Wait, for what crime? Train spotting? Just sit here for a bit. He wasn't going to do it. He was just testing himself.
He's bloody testing me too. He's been here before, you know.
No, he told me about it.
1 under. That's what we call them when they do it.
That's why I'm here.
1 under. Drivers suffer. It never goes away. Like it was their fault.
He knows. He wasn't going to.
No, he was pulling like a mule. Nearly took me with him.
It's the drugs.
What's he on? Steroids?
That's the question.
Atorvastatin, tramadol, apodespine, metoprolol.
And the new one, L-thyroxine.
You what?
He's just a new drug he started.
Nah.
What?
My wife's hypothyroidic. When she started, she was way overweight. He doesn't look like someone who's hypothyroid, especially not someone who's just started treatment. I don't know anything about anything, but he ought to see a doctor even before the shrink.
But does this drug have side effects?
Oh yeah, can't be too careful.
What are they?
Headaches, V&D, confusion, irritability. Strikes me he wouldn't need a drug for that, mind.
What else?
Worst case, dodgy heartbeat, panting.
Fainting?
Oh yes.
Bloody hell.
He should be in a home, really. Someone on call, full time.
Yeah, he should. Come on, Professor, let's get off this platform.
All of us?
And how about not coming back?
I like it here.
Let's have a cup of tea. You got a cap here?
It's existential.
Not since lockdown, it isn't.
Looks like it's just water then. Still don't get it.
I don't think I can put it any more clearly.
Well, as long as you could still jump, you're okay.
That's right.
What I don't get is, what's the point? Because if you couldn't jump, what are you going to do about it anyway? You just got to go on living.
What's life without choices?
Always got choices.
Well, like a prisoner choosing chips or mash, or which library book to borrow. It's still prison food. It's still the prison library. And I bet they don't have the Colditz story.
Yeah, but there's always that. I can't suddenly decide not to be without a boyfriend right now. I can't choose not to work here, can I?
Well, how does that feel?
What, not having a boyfriend? Toad's cool.
Needing to work.
Ah, that. A bit pissed off, to be honest. No offence.
Sartre would have said that you are feeling angst at confronting your situational context.
Yeah, well, I bet he didn't have to work in an old people's home. Is that you too, then? That angst thing?
Yes. Pissed off at losing my marbles, as Sartre would say, or wouldn't say. Pissed off with drugs that make me zombie. They're supposed to give me longer to live. They just give me longer to die. You could opt to live here. Excuse me, I'm going to go back and start this speech again. Can you give me the cue?
Of course. Yeah, well, I bet he didn't work in an old people's home. Is that you too then? The angst thing?
Yes, pissed off at losing my marbles, as Sartre wouldn't say. Pissed off with drugs that make me zombie. They're supposed to give me longer to live. They just give me longer to die. You could opt to leave here. You're free to do so. The rub is that you have to deal with the consequences. Likewise, I'm free to check out.
Or chicken out? Can I be blunt?
Very easily.
Thing is, it's about whether you're happy or not, isn't it?
Authentic. Free.
No. Happy. And happiness doesn't live here. It lives here. So, first off, let's look for those bloody letters.
Oh, Cherry, you shouldn't be here.
She's helping me look for my letters.
Letters? What letters?
They're in a box.
Box?
Cherry eyes the bag Alice carries on her shoulder.
That one. There.
Get away.
You what?
There's confidential papers in there.
I bet they are.
Get out of there. What's the matter with you? Now, how are we today? Are we ready for our pills? Here. Mr. Jackson tells me you went out. That was a bit naughty.
I asked Cherry to take me. I ordered her.
But she doesn't take her orders from you, does she? Goodness me, where would we be if the patient started running the place? Chaos.
Residents.
I'm pleased we don't seem to have had any more accidents. Here we are. I'll just get you some water.
Behind his back, she takes the box of letters from her bag and puts the box on Arnold's bookshelf. Then she goes into the ensuite, taking the bottle of laxative.
What's the fifth one again?
She returns with a full glass, then goes back to fiddle at the ensuite lock with her penknife.
That's just an aspirin.
Is that prescribed?
It thins the blood against strokes.
He takes the pills one by one, using water from Cherry's bottle.
Fulvastatin?
We don't want any more sudden collapses, do we? Here, I've got you some nice fresh water. Come on now, down the hatch with you.
Tramadol.
And of course, aspirin eases those all over aches and pains of old age. Here we are.
Podespan?
Your back, your joints. I know how it is.
Metaprolol.
It comes to us all. We're here to help you, keep you comfortable and happy. Here you are.
Aspirin.
There we are. Drink it all down. We need to keep hydrated, don't we?
Don't take that.
Cherry, where did you get those keys?
Where does it say he's on thyroxine? I found the med schedule for every patient. Where does it say he is on thyroxine?
He isn't.
I'm not.
You've been giving it to him, haven't you? I saw you.
She dives for Alice's bag, pulling out the laxative and the canister of thyroxine.
Thyroxine. Out of date. You filtered them out of someone else's prescription.
Cherry, don't be silly.
And this.
Cherry, it's an old people's home. They need a bit of help.
Help.
Cherry goes to the ensuite door and tests it.
Yeah, right. Why is the door locked, Alice?
She picks up the still full glass and shoves it at Alice.
Drink this.
I'm not thirsty.
Drink it.
Suddenly, Cherry sees the box of letters on the shelf. She takes them to Arnold.
Garrett, you found them.
They weren't fucking lost, were they? The fucking cow stole them.
Why would I?
Yesterday, they weren't here. I was looking. Now they are.
I would never.
You stole Arnold's most treasured possessions. You stole his books.
No.
You fed him thyroxine when he doesn't need it.
Arnold, I wouldn't.
Which brings on fits, disorientation, tiredness.
No, aspirin.
Right, you take it then.
Cherry pushes the laxative bottle at her.
I looked it up. And this. You lock his toilet door. Why? Why, Alice?
I look after him. I feed him. I give him his pills. I know what's best for him and for all our patients.
Residents.
Who cleans their poo-poo when they shame themselves? Would you do that?
How many more?
Like a mother. They are my children. I clean them. I care for them. I change their nappies. Who else would do that? My babbies. My babbies.
Cherry now wrestles with Alice and gets the pill into her mouth and pulls her head back to make her drink the laxative water.
They are not yours!
Cherry, stop. It's all right.
It's not all right. Not what she did.
Then we call social services. We call the police. We don't do that.
So you sign here and here. It can't be undone.
I don't want it undone.
Well, it can be undone. But if you want the tenancy back, the rent will be higher.
I don't want it back.
Let's see the deposit.
It's guaranteed by the TDS. I did tell you.
We want to see the check.
I'm not authorized to sign.
Then go and find someone who is.
Are you sure about this?
Are you?
It's a lot of money.
I'm hard work, and it's no more than I was paying for Alice's care and attention.
What if I can't do it?
I believe you can. The looking after me bit, well, you've proved that. And the other bits, sort my papers, for my memoirs. You can read, can't you? And you managed being a tenant, so you should be able to manage being a landlord.
So, who's the landlord?
I'm the landlord, but Miss Latham will be managing both of my properties. One we shall live in, now the old tenants are out. The other she will manage on my behalf. I explained to your boss.
Right. So she'll be your lodger in one of your houses.
While the other remains let out. Exactly.
Hence why I need to move out of my old flat. Where did you say?
Well, that's that then.
Thank you.
No more trips to the station for you?
College for you.
Deal.
Deal. I've missed the station.
What if it's shut? The college?
Well, in that case, what do you sometimes call me?
Professor?
Yes, professor. So it should not be beyond me to devise a curriculum and supervise your progress through it. I was rather good at that, though I say so myself.
I can't do philosophy.
Cherry, life is philosophy. Can you do life?
Not really.
I think you do life very well.
He opens the door for her.
But you can't say, hence why. That's tautology. Now, let me explain.